Harry's ultimate shame as he puts the Kardashians before the veterans who he claims to care most about.
While the royal family stood in solemn silence, honoring those who gave everything for their country, Meghan Markle was somewhere in Beverly Hills, striking a pose under a chandelier shaped like a martini glass.
You can see it in the paparazzi footage as Prince Harry leaves this event, is that he's not happy about it.
While King Charles bowed his head and poppies shimmered on the lapels of Real Duty, Meghan treated Remembrance Day like a red carpet event. Beside her, Prince Harry wore his poppy pin
just
like
another
a party
celebrity
accessory,
appearance. Oh
swaying
no,
to
this was
music that
Meghan
probably
Markle's
cost
grand
more than
audition
his
for
military
Hollywood
medals.
royalty.
And I also have no sympathy, if we just come back to me here, for Ms. Markle refusing to wear one of these because she knows how to get them. This was purposeful.
This wasn't just
a glittering
another celebrity
champagne-soaked
appearance.
moment where
This was
solemn
Meghan
tradition
Markle's
met.
grand audition for Hollywood royalty. A glittering, champagne-soaked moment where solemn tradition met spray tan and lost. It showed just how far the Sussexes had strayed into unapologetic tackiness. Their priorities seemed pathetic and disappointing. The party, Kris Jenner's 70th birthday, a Bond-themed spectacle where every guest looked like a billionaire spy, except one duchess who appeared straight from a Target clearance aisle masquerading as a fashion icon.
It just shows us what the Sussexes have been reduced to, unapologetically tacky. How pathetic and disappointing their priorities currently are.
While the UK was drenched in respect and reflection, the Sussexes were drenched in fake tan and camera flashes. The internet roasted them harder than the caterer's truffle sliders, but this wasn't just tone deaf, it was strategic. Nothing Meghan does is accidental. Every pose, every pin, every oops moment is perfectly planned. Why did Meghan and Harry turn a night of remembrance into a PR performance? The answer gets messier from here.
The royal family are meant to honour the fallen on a solemn remembrance weekend in the UK, but the dumb, traitorous Prince Harry and his grinning wannabe instead chose to honour a Kardashian 5,000 miles away. No interest in duty, just tacky fame.
Picture this. Beverly Hills shimmering under a sea of chandeliers, champagne towers taller than most people's rent, and a guest list so elite it could make Buckingham Palace look like a school reunion. Kris Jenner, the self-crowned queen of American fame, was throwing her 70th birthday bash, a James Bond-themed spectacle dripping in money, ego, and enough sequins to blind a nation. Every corner of the venue screamed excess, gold leaf cocktails, diamond-studded invitations, secret entrance codes. This wasn't a party, it was a power summit. Jeff Bezos arrived looking like Mr. Monopoly in space. Kim Kardashian floated in like she owned MI6. And just when photographers thought they'd seen it all and glided the Duke and Duchess of Hollywood. The moment Meghan and Harry stepped through those doors, the atmosphere snapped tighter than Kris Jenner's facelift. A collective gasp filled the room, part shock, part secondhand embarrassment. This was supposed to be Kris Jenner's night, but all lenses swung to the royal gatecrashers. It was bold, brazen, and unmistakably calculated. Meghan wasn't there for champagne. She was hunting for the spotlight. And in Hollywood, the spotlight is bright but burns fast. While everyone toasted Kris, Meghan and Harry were already plotting their next headline. Their entrance was like the Oscars, slow enough for every flashbulb, confident enough to act like they belonged. Meghan glided in first, chin tilted high, black ensemble shimmering, not elegant but lewd. Harry trailed behind, the human equivalent of a +1 who'd rather be home watching reruns of The Crown. Cameras clicked before they even reached the bar. Coincidence? Hardly. This was a masterclass in stage spontaneity, a red carpet moment disguised as a birthday cameo.
Well, Meghan's upset plenty of people and possibly embarrassed Prince Harry by not wearing a poppy alongside her husband at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party.
Guests turned heads, whispering between sips of champagne. The Kardashians barely blinked. Bezos offered a polite nod. Kris Jenner wore that practiced PR smile, the one that said, "You're stealing my moment, but fine. Make it worth my hashtags." Every step Meghan took felt rehearsed. The gentle touch on Harry's arm, the practiced laugh, the perfect pause for photographers. Beneath the polished performance, a desperation lingered. They weren't celebrating Kris Jenner's milestone. They were reminding Hollywood they still mattered. If the flashbulbs didn't prove it, Meghan's expression did. the unmistakable look of someone there to conquer, not mingle. While Meghan and Harry soaked in the Beverly Hills glow, the rest of the royal family stood in cold November silence. London streets were lined with poppies, black coats, and bowed heads. A nation remembered its fallen. The contrast was brutal. Solemn duty on one continent, self-promotion on another. And when images of Meghan's grinning face hit social media beside Kate's composed profile, the internet practically exploded. Commentators called it the split screen of the century. On one side, a princess wrapped in tradition and respect. On the other, a duchess wrapped in sequins and a questionable tan. The optics were a PR nightmare, or maybe exactly what Meghan wanted. Outrage equals engagement. Veterans and royal watchers blasted the timing. How could Harry, a decorated veteran, dance while comrades mourned? Even sympathetic outlets struggled to defend the choice. The symbolism was inescapable. Harry wearing a remembrance poppy. Not in solemnity, but in a Hollywood ballroom. Across X, formerly Twitter, memes multiplied faster than apologies. From battlefield to buffet table, captions mocked him. The criticism wasn't just about hypocrisy, it was about disconnection. That night, two very different versions of the monarchy were on display.
Extraordinary optics, given Harry claims, and remember he wrote that personal note last week saying he cares nothing more, Brittany, than the British veterans. And then on our most important day, Remembrance Sunday, he goes to a tacky party with the Kardashians. He can't even bother to procure his disrespectful wife a goddamn poppy. It's a stinking new look.
Commentators called it the split screen of the century. On one side, a princess wrapped in tradition and respect. On the other, a duchess wrapped in sequins and a questionable tan. The optics were a PR nightmare, or maybe exactly what Meghan wanted. Outrage equals engagement. Veterans and royal watchers blasted the timing. How could Harry, a decorated veteran, dance while comrades mourned? Even sympathetic outlets struggled to defend the choice. The symbolism was inescapable. Harry wearing a remembrance poppy, not in solemnity, but in a Hollywood ballroom. Across X, formerly Twitter, memes multiplied faster than apologies. From battlefield to buffet table, captions mocked him. The criticism wasn't just about hypocrisy, it was about disconnection. That night, two very different versions of the monarchy were on display.
She looked so respectful and pensive. And of course, we bring you these incredible visuals of Catherine honoring the patriotic and deceased, in jarring comparison to Meghan Markle hitting up a Kardashian bash.
Remember when Meghan and Harry said they wanted a private life? Apparently, privacy now comes with a guest list, a photographer, and designer lighting. Because every time they appear accidentally, a full camera crew is waiting, like episode 3 of a Netflix spin-off. This Beverly Hills bash was no exception. An intimate event magically producing crystal clear photos from every angle. Coincidence? Not at all. This was PR choreography. A couple who fled royal duties to escape flashbulbs had now perfected the art of finding them. Reports suggest their team tipped off select outlets just enough to ensure visibility, but not capture. Classic Meghan strategy. Control the narrative, then claim to be misunderstood. Harry, meanwhile, looked like a man blending into the wallpaper. Every photo captured him half smiling, half regretting life choices, while Meghan worked the room like her red carpet comeback rule clear. No photo, no relevance. Critics quickly called it out. They didn't escape the media, they just hired their own version of it. One journalist tweeted, "The irony is painful. They've turned the very spotlight they once condemned into currency." For Meghan and Harry, visibility isn't a side effect. It's the business plan that night. Privacy wasn't lost. It was auctioned off one flash at a time.
It's hard to comprehend where Meghan Markle's head is when we are seeing such grace and strength and selflessness from Catherine. How she could justify throwing on her Bond gear and showing up to the Kardashians' house.
Here's where it gets juicy. Whispers say Meghan might not have even been officially invited. The Duchess of Drama allegedly found her way in through the back door of Beverly Hills high society. Rumor has it, Her team coordinated attendance through management connections, a move that screams calculated hustle rather than VIP access. Once inside, Meghan went full campaign mode. She wasn't mingling, she was networking, gliding between tables, flashing that perfectly practiced smile, dropping names like confetti. Every conversation was a potential headline, every selfie an audition for relevance. Kris Jenner received a quick photo op. Kim Kardashian offered a polite wave, then silence. The Hollywood elite smiled, nodded, and moved on. In a room full of power players, Meghan wasn't the main character, she was the spectacle. Her energy was loud, her intent transparent. Even Harry's awkward stance in the background couldn't soften the impression that this was strategy, not spontaneity. While Meghan played social chess, the room was already 2 moves ahead. In Hollywood, everyone wants a picture, but no one wants the PR baggage that comes with it. If Meghan and Harry expected royal treatment, Hollywood delivered a polite shrug. The A-list crowd wasn't dazzled, they were distant. Kris Jenner's smile stayed fixed. Kim whispered to a stylist. Bezos watched his champagne bubbles more than the so-called Duke and Duchess of California. The room's vibe shifted from curiosity to quiet cringe.
Looks like Meghan Markle married Prince Harry not for him, not to serve the British people, but to serve herself and the access she always wanted to indulge in, the fame and the attention she always wanted to indulge in, but could never achieve on her own. Meghan Markle did not get an invite to that party. Prince Harry with Meghan Markle got an invite to that party. They're inviting him because of Harry.
Eyewitnesses said Meghan floated from group to group, trying to anchor herself in conversations that never quite stuck. Laughter around her was polite but thin, the kind people give when they want you to move along. Harry stood nearby, fidgeting with his drink, realizing this wasn't the royal balcony crowd. No one bowed, no one fawned. They just scanned and scrolled. Hollywood royalty doesn't kneel for crowns, it kneels for relevance. Meghan's currency was running low. Even the paparazzi outside turned their lenses toward the Kardashians, once her grand entrance faded. By night's end, the message was clear. In this kingdom of fame, Meghan wasn't queen, just another guest who stayed too long in the spotlight. For Harry, that silence spoke louder than any headline ever could. While Meghan worked the room like a press junket, Harry lingered in the background, the ghost of a prince at a party that didn't want him. His posture said what his publicist wouldn't. Hands in pockets, head slightly bowed, eyes darting toward the exit. He looked like a man who'd wandered into the wrong movie, a thriller starring his wife and a cast of influencers. Sources say he barely spoke, offering stiff smiles and quick nods as Meghan posed and performed. Every laugh she gave was a headline in the making. Every silence from him, a story untold. The former soldier, once saluted for duty and courage, now stood under disco lights that mocked both.
Worst thing that Meghan and Harry could have done. It just shows how disconnected they are from not only the public, the Remembrance Day, the people of the UK, but also from themselves, from each other. They are very disconnected from each other. She wants one thing, he wants another. And every time they step out here, him looking miserable and her looking so happy, it's very difficult. It's a hard one.
Observers described him as visibly uncomfortable, like someone realizing too late that he'd traded purpose for publicity. Even the paparazzi barely bothered with solo shots. Their focus was fixed on Meghan's theatrics. That night, Harry wasn't the rebel prince or the runaway royal. He was just another prop in Meghan's never-ending brand campaign. A man caught between the weight of a crown and the emptiness of clout. And deep down, he knew it. Just like that, the night ended. Lights dimmed, champagne lost its sparkle, and Meghan and Harry slipped out of Kris Jenner's glittering fantasy, with more headlines than handshakes. What was meant to be a glamorous comeback turned into a masterclass in misplaced ambition. While the royals honored sacrifice in London, the Sussexes turned remembrance into reality TV. The message was clear. You can trade palaces for parties, but dignity doesn't come with an RSVP. Hollywood saw through the act. Smiles were polite, but the silence deafening Meghan wanted to be the star of the show. Instead, she became the punchline everyone whispered about as the night wound down. Harry, just another shadow fading behind the glare of someone else's spotlight.
Kris Jenner's post on Instagram immediately after the party, I think there are the maximum of 20 pictures in this slideshow. She made the mix, not one glimpse of the royal couple. Because the reality is that in Hollywood, they're not royalty anymore. They're on the D-list. So they may get the invite, but they're not on the Snoop Dogg or Oprah Winfrey level.
Interesting how Harry finds no fault in their cooperation or their cooperating with the media. But when he claims his family does the same thing, it's simply unforgivable. We have to write a book. We have to do a Netflix series about it.
Harry and Meghan's titles should be pulled ASAP, and their place in the line of succession should be immediately revoked because they're not demonstrating the qualities of royalty that they should be. They're expressing basically the excesses of Hollywood, the indulgence of uber wealth. And Harry and Meghan don't even have that.
But this story isn't over. The real twist in Meghan's social climb comes from someone very close to her, someone whose truth flips the entire narrative upside down. Before you go, check out the previous expose on Star Spotlight, where insiders finally spoke out and revealed everything about Meghan's real inner circle. You'll want to see that before the next royal storm.